So I'll be showing you some practical example of cross-site scripting using this application known as damn vulnerable web application. So even you can download it on your local host and run it. So basically there are two types of cross-site scripting attack. There is actually three, but in this I'll be just covering two types, which is reflected and stored. These two are very much basic types and they occur because of the very much same reason. So first is reflected. So this is a normal HTML form which accepts any user input. So you can just provide your name. What is your name? So we can say security hustle. So as you can see here, it reflects back your input on the web page. He says hello security hustle. So now let's try inputting something unexpected. Wow. So it again outputs the same which we entered on the web page. So this is where the problem lies. The user's input is not at all filtered or sanitized, and again it's not filtered or sanitized while outputting it on the web page. So there is two important things. The website should not accept any user input, and it should not output any user input, right? User input or any data which is not expected. So now let me show you something. Here is an XSS script. Okay, so on prompt it will show a pop-up showing 1. Fine. So let's just click submit. Oh, just a minute. So basically you have to set different security levels. Fine. So this again. So now you can see we got a pop-up showing 1, which means the script which we injected has been executed. It's successfully taking the JavaScript and executing, which is definitely not an expected behavior. Let's search for the source code. So as you can see here, the extra characters are not at all filtered and is just outputted on the web page. And you can also have a look at the source code of the same. So for those who are very much familiar with PHP can understand this. So it's just simply taking the user's input and outputting it on the web page. As you can see, it is directly outputting what it got from the form. There is no filters applied on this variable, which is definitely not an expected behavior. Fine. So this is what is reflected cross-site scripting. And then coming to stored. What basically happens in stored is the user's input is permanently stored on the website's database. So even if you visit that application or that page 100 times, you will be shown the same data 100 times because the data is permanently stored in the website's database. So now let me post something. Hello, this is a test. Sign guestbook. So as you can see here, I have posted a message named hello and test. So now no matter how many times I reload the website, right, the data will persist because it is stored in the database. So this is called stored. And now I'll be entering some JavaScript which we used during the reflected cross-site scripting attack. So again, I'll be submitting these values to the website's database. Boom. So you can see there's a pop-up, which means the script has been executed, right? And why this is much more devastating than reflected. So here it is, the values. It is not filtered. So guys, see, in reflected XSS attack is just once, right? The value is gone. So no matter how many times you type, the information will be gone. And the attacker can just send the crafted link to victim one by one, right? You have to the attacker has to copy the link and send it to the victim, and then he has to open and view. So there is a lot of interaction between the victim and the attacker. Whereas in the stored, there is no need of interaction, because just imagine if this form is public, it's a public form, right? So an attacker has posted the malicious script in his post, in this message. Now every time different users visit that post, the script will be executed, and their sensitive data, which is the cookie information, will be sent to the attacker server. Which means if 100 different users visit this post, all the 100 different users' data will be stolen by the attacker. It will be sent to the attacker server. And this is not in the case with the reflected cross-site scripting attack. So this is why the stored cross-site scripting attack is much more devastating, destructive. Fine. So the only difference is the values are permanently stored in the stored cross-site scripting attack, and reflected is just once. It's not permanently stored. So this is, guys, what is cross-site scripting.